So this is going to be game one, Burning Unconcerning versus the bad old ships. And originally,
Honestly, who's who? Because I have no idea.
well, the easy thing is the first name is the one that's green, and the last name is the one that's red. So I tend to stick my camera on the side of the map that's got green on the left side and red on the right side, just so people kind of know. But yeah, there's not really much in the way of tag affiliation. So I'll go ahead and announce Burning Unconcerning, what they've got going in here. We've got an Odin, which is actually pretty surprising. Tier 8 battleship with some kickin' secondaries. We've got a Musashi, a popular pick with the gigantic Yamato guns, able to shoot through the nose of whatever battleship she wants. An Ohio, also again with the secondary kick and some really excellent heals on top of pretty big badass guns. And then we've got the Gangnut, a solid tier 4 choice that for some reason seems to bounce shells pretty well, so a lot of people seem to favor it. What do we have over on the other side?
So it looks like we have a Mikasa, which is a tier 2 battleship. We have also a very popular choice. We also got a Sean Bart, a very powerful pick because it has insane DPM, especially for this. It is going to be a little bit challenging for the Sean Bart with the Musashi in the game, but I'm pretty sure that 4 battleships can deter the Musashi long enough so the Sean Bart still lives. We got a GK and we got an Ohio. So very secondary heavy oriented with those 2 battleships over there.
Nice.
So right now it looks like we're getting a deployment of a Sean Bart. Actually, it looks like the Sean Bart and Mikasa are going to C-cap while the Ohio is going middle and the GK is going towards the C-cap. So
yeah, looks like red team's doing some consolidation. So battleships together strong. Over on the other side, the green team, Burning Unconcerning, we've got the Odin already taking some shots at the John Bart, who is returning in kind. One of the nice things about the Odin, or rather one of the scary things about the Odin, is she's got guns that are a little bit smaller than the other battleships, but she also has a health pool that's a little bit smaller than the other battleships. We can see the Jean Bart rocking 69,000 health versus an Odin with only 52.8. As the Odin and the John Bart...
survivability expert, by the way.
Oh, what?
That's without survivability expert.
Oh, okay. Then we've got the Gangnut and the Musashi heading mid. Surprising to see the Musashi actually moving forward a considerable distance. I mean, obviously wants to throw its weight around, but the closer it gets, the easier it is to shoot. And we have the Ohio Feral Sheep uncontested, heading over to the A-cap and possibly looking to round that corner and get some crossfire. Meanwhile, more stuff happening over at Charlie as the blows keep on being exchanged.
Yeah, so it looks like the Odin is actually winning this trade with the Sean Bart over here, mainly because the Sean Bart has been giving a fair bit of broadside against, and also the Odin is secondary spec, so he is unloading HE with his main guns as well as his secondaries, so he is burning the Sean Bart a considerable amount. I think the Sean Bart has already used a heal, if he's using a heal right now. And the Mikasa, I guess, is just, sitting here doing, it's a tier 2 battleship, so what can you do?
Fear those secondaries, man. They're coming for you.
So it looks like the Gangnut is going to go down here. What happened to him? Did he just
Gangnut started moving forward, trying to act like an oversized destroyer, only to in fact get spotted and then roundly shot in the face by both the Ohio and the Kurfürst, and immediately veered off so that he could start to abandon ship, get his people onto the island proper. Ooh, Musashi guns right into the Ohio, and yeah, that Ohio Feral Sheep has moved into a situation where he can start lending his shots. That John Bart, I think, took a few rounds from the Musashi before he was able to get to cover. So the John Bart was in a crossfire, now the Ohio in a crossfire, unless he's able to reverse, and he ain't got time for that shit. He's going forward, which means he's actually going to walk even more so into the shells that are already out from Feral Sheep in the Ohio. Here they come.
Looks like these 2 secondary ships are focusing everything that they have on the Musashi, since the Gangnut is probably undetected behind this island over here. Obviously he has no choice, because if he does pop out at all, he will certainly see his demise. This Ohio, on the other hand, is actually getting a good flank in, because these 2 battleships over here in center are flat broadside to either the Ohio or the Musashi. Very good push by Burning Unconcerning, if I
Yep, Feral Sheep already got a good 30,000 hit clock into that Ohio in the last salvo and followed it up with another 30. I don't know who it was that did it, but that Ohio of Itago is my waifu. I don't know how long the waifu is going to stand. Usually the island is the waifu in the situation, and the Ohio isn't hugging it, and to his detriment, but trying to get through it. Shell's out from the Ohio. He is blocked from the Musashi now. Kerfer's going to be in a face fight with a Musashi. And as he goes forward, the Odin secondary starts to go. There's the gunshots out, coming into the Kerfurst's nose. Not a big hit. Not a third. Something like that.
Wait, where are the GK's guns pointing? Oh, they're pointing to the Ganget.
So going for these.
Gonna die probably here.
Maybe.
Oh, he survives.
Yeah.
The Ganget survives. Well done.
Seen multiple times where the Gangnut's been able to bounce some shells in ways that you just wouldn't expect for a little tier 4 bro. I mean, that is a tanky little turtle.
I actually want to examine this armor profile after the game.
Might be worth it. Feral Sheep.
Like this Odin is gonna go down here.
Yeah, Feral Sheep able to clock the Ohio. GK still moving forward, trying to get the secondaries into the Gangnut. Chisel, they're doing their thing, but it looks like the Musashi is actually looking for a makeout session. Maybe? No, he's just trying to turn his guns faster, but it's Musashi, so
he's gonna get the drive-by.
Oh, ooh, buddy. That didn't work out for you.
This GK over here. And the Ganget also looks like he's about to die because he is on fire and the secondaries are chewing into him. Oh, he DCP'd just the last second, and unfortunately...
Yeah. I think Derp is going to take the unofficial double strike, as Feral Sheep and the John Bart have took their joust. They missed. They've continued on their way. John Bart trying to get his guns to scratch his back. Unfortunately, he's only got them in the front. While the Ohio is making a turn to get some secondaries in line, and those big guns are coming to bear at the angling Bart. Mikasa is...
Mikasa's gonna dev strike him here, dude.
Oh yeah, watch. Mikasa, he's bringing it. He's gonna bring the pain at the fast speed of incredibly slow. Meanwhile, the Kerfurst and the Odin trading long-range secondaries. Odin down to 11k, GK to 20. Pretty sure
Odin's gonna win this fight.
Yeah, I don't think so. That GK is gonna have more health in terms of its heal. It's gonna have more gun stuff. I think if this is unbalanced fight continues, that's going the wrong way for the Odin, and that means the Feral Sheep and the John Bart, this is the duel to the death. Does Feral Sheep not only get to kill the John Bart, but does he become the wolf that preys upon the little Mikasa that the shepherds left to die? We shall see.
So it looks like the Odin is healing again, surviving way longer than I expected. Just the slight disadvantage about the Odin is, especially in this, when you're going to be using secondaries, like if he was the GK in this circumstance, the Odin, then he would have also dev struck the Musashi, but in a different manner. See, the Odin has torps, but because it has torps, it has to sacrifice a good 10k HP from the normal tier 8 battleships, which is why he's so severely losing this fight against the GK, since it has 100% more HP than the Odin. But overall, it could be a trade here, actually. Oh, no. It's not, unfortunately, and the Team Bravo wins, which is also the battleships.
Yeah, so it wasn't a trade, but they did try, and you gotta respect it. Maybe if the Musashi had played to his strengths with the long-range fighting, and tried to pull back instead of moving in halfway, which, yeah, might give him a little bit more accuracy, per se. But it also stuck him in drive-by range. I doubt he expected that ship to get so close, but
yeah,
it did.
GK is pretty fast for a tier